Okay. The next
I
time
sent
everybody
you
flips out.
a thread about Mark Norman that I was sent.
Oh my God. So this is
Just to cap it
publicly
all
on
off.
X. This is Elon's X. So if you're into that.
No, this is a tweet from 2020.
2020, I'ma run the whole election.
Exactly.
Amber Rollo. She comes out. Oh, talk about a Rollo. I rolled away from that tweet. It could be anywhere.
It's at the top.
Oh, it is? This one?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Amber Rollo. Now, who is Amber Rollo? Do we need to know? 32.8K. So she's in a similar fame level as me.
Nice.
Cool.
Congrats.
Oh my God, this whole account. Look at her oh no, that's not her profile. I was going to say, wow, look at her profile. What is this underneath? This is her tweet, not her profile. I haven't been over here. I'm a Blue Sky guy. This is how Blue Sky the profiles look. I've heard a few stories about Mark Norman, mainly that he had to be pulled off an unconscious woman in a booth at the Comedy Cellar USA. I believe it. I think about that. That is what he felt he could get away with in public. Okay, I don't know if she is Afro-American. And I don't think she is at all. Let's see who she is. Open link in that new tab. Which I rarely do. This is the girl. That looks
I trust her.
just like Mark's wife.
Wow.
That's a very similar lady to Mark's wife. Same amount of weight all over. So let's go back to what she said here. I've heard a few stories about Mark Norman, mainly that he had to be pulled off an unconscious woman in a booth at the Comedy Cellar. I believe it. Think about that. That is what he felt he could get away with in public. Okay. I was afraid to say anything, but fuck it. What are they going to do to me? Not book me? I've already been blacklisted by a slimy producer and listed on a reversed racism website. Bring it. Okay. So she's very tough. I was just messaged a story of him forcing himself on another woman at another club. The person who messaged asked me not to share the details. A friend, who is also friends with Norman, texted to ask if I had proof, because hearsay could happen quickly with this type of thing. Like I do this for funsies on a whim. I don't want to do this, but someone has to do something. I just don't want more women to be hurt.
Preach.
Okay, now we're getting into a scary thing here. Hurt. Imagine if people were in fear of you hurting them.
It's not good.
Here is a clip of Mark Norman on his own podcast getting pretty upset that a woman wouldn't come to his room. What have I said? These guys always tell us who they are. If you don't believe women, then believe men. Wow. And then she sends a link. I'm watching this clip. I love a clip. And that is a... No. And oops, we can't find your video.
Oh.
You haven't gone and fixed this? Wait, no, this is... Oh, wow, it's streamable. Let me copy and paste. Or wait, let me just click through. Nope. Oops, we can't find it. Uh-oh. It's been taken down.
In the next...
Here is the full podcast,
yeah, it has
though.
the
Okay,
full
does this work?
podcast. Yeah, but I don't
No
know.
video. No video. No video.
8 years ago.
Okay, but no video. That means it could easily have been edited to remove
Wow.
the story. So this is trying to be hidden. Does anyone have a link to what she's talking about here? It looks like Mark's guys got these taken down. Now, let me check this out here. No video. This is from... Oh, and it's unlisted. I wonder why it's unlisted. Was anything else from 8 years ago unlisted? Did anything else from 8 years ago have no video? Those are the questions we need to know here. This whole thing gives me major creep vibes. I couldn't even finish it. He refers to women as things. Talks about how annoyed he is at having to listen to women talk on dates, and mentions that drinks are his main tool to getting laid. Uh-oh.
Those drinks.
Very cool. Now, what is this? What does this one go to? Let's see. Whoops.
The road is like,
Oh, we've got
girls,
a clip.
I mean, I'm sure there are a lot of girls that have seen you with Amy.
Yeah, that helps.
And they come out to the show and they're
I mean,
Amy
it's
show.
10,000 people doing arenas with Amy, so it's all women, and they can't fuck her, so you get quite a trickle down. Yeah. It's fish in an arena.
that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time to be alive, and
Fish in
comedy's
an
hot
arena?
right now. It's
Yeah.
hotter than it's ever been. So I'm still young, got a head of hair.
You don't do your act isn't a get pussy act.
Not really, no.
Because that
It's
is
fish in an arena. So he's referring to the term, it's like fish in a bucket, right?
Barrel.
Barrel. Meaning you could just shoot all the fish. They're right there. You just shoot them all. That's interesting. So maybe these crimes he's doing are absolutely true.
your act isn't a get pussy act.
Not really, no.
Because that is debilitating for comics.
Yeah.
Is there some comics that my generation, especially, I won't say names, but I can say them, and you go 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Dudes whose act was built around being a cute guy,
Right.
non-threatening guy,
Totally.
kind of funny, but never anything edgy.
Right.
And then, okay, let's go.
Yeah, yeah.
And they ruin their careers.
Jeff Dye?
You think so?
Oh, I can name names. I won't, but I'll type it in this.
Name names. That's always been a phrase that I've loved. I wanted to start a podcast called Name Names, where we named names of all these people. Well, we do that here. Comics, your favorite comics with their Patreons, they don't name names. That's one of the things. It must be the Kamala administration that is censoring them, where they're not allowed to name names in all these ghastly stories that they have that they could be telling.
Interesting.
And you'll go, yeah, 100%.
I mean, I notice if it's a kill, you could be talking about like how you hate Jews. If
You
you're
could grab them
killing,
by the pussy.
it's the women are on board.
Yeah, but there's guys like this guy.
Oh, and yeah, he's a hot guy.
Yeah. And
Faux hunk.
You just go, oh man, he should have done more.
Yeah, and he was hilarious.
Yeah, and the reason is he just every night he wanted to get laid.
Wow.
So he you never challenge yourself as a comic.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
I say things on stage that even with my fans, people that have paid to see me.
He's got Leanne, and she's old. That's a quote from him. She's old. I'll never forget when Bert said that. He's like, my wife is old. And they're like, she's old. She's old, dude. That's what Bert said about his wife. It's crazy to me. All right, did she say anything else?
She showed that after she posted this, he deleted 44 tweets.
Oh, wow.
Another message.
Yeah, someone on the comedy industry, sick of this culture, DM'd this to me. I wonder why Mark Norman has deleted 44 tweets today. And then it shows.
And then there's another
Minus
story
44.
underneath that.
Another SA, sexual assault. We know that one from the Kleins. I was just messaged about this. Hi, you don't know me, but I used to work at a comedy club in NYC, and Mark Norman was a regular there. Regular. Thank you. He was usually wasted and inappropriate to all the women who worked there. One night in the middle of my shift, he grabbed me and pinned me up against a wall and started to lick my neck and chest all over my body until I had to physically force him to let me go and continue waiting on my tables. Nothing was ever done, though people saw it happen. He never apologized or acknowledged it. I told multiple comics about it, and they just brushed it off as nothing. I hate him and want to bring that predator down. Fuck him. Whoa. That's the electric chair right there.
A licking is just about the worst.
Look at this.
A licking?
That's the chair. You lick?
It's fucking disgusting.
What does his wife think about these? A friend of this person who also asked to remain anonymous wrote me to corroborate the story. They said this person told them about this after it happened and warned them about Mark Norm. And he's reading all this too. Going, oh boy. I was just messaged another story of Mark Norman assaulting an employee of a comedy club. Seems like a pattern. He also scrubbed his YouTube channel because of cancel culture. This screenshot was on Reddit and was forwarded to me.
Why didn't this blow up?
I don't know. Maybe
There's just too much other stuff going on in 2020.
too much other stuff. You got
But
that
wasn't
election.
everyone sitting home waiting
This is
to
big.
cancel people every day. Why didn't this blow up more?
Mark Norman is somebody saying to Mark Norman, I'm floored you responded to me. You just made my month. Damn, Corona. Can't wait to give it a listen. And then messages Mark again, this person, and says, did cancel culture catch up to the OG episodes of Tuesdays on the Patreon? I was just listening to 68 and went to 69 and it's unavailable. In fact, all the originals are gone. The people want to know. And Mark goes, yep, they're after us. And they say they can't take our fatties. Hope this blows over soon. So this was like a setup
Wow.
to find out.
Why he deleted the apps.
Deleted the apps. Yeah, they're after us. More women publicly came forward saying Mark assaulted them. So this is popping back up. I've been quiet about this recently because when I wrote this, I was left feeling exhausted and alone. I feel less alone. Still exhausted, but I'm proud of a past Amber for being so steadfast. And she writes her name uncapitalized. So I thought like an amber from a fire. I don't know why these people refuse to capitalize the letter of their first name. Why?
In a rush.
You gotta. You have to. That can't be. Because now I'm thinking, oh, it's like a saying. I'm proud of a past Amber for being so steadfast, you know. It's about a little flick coming off the fire. So, let's see. Somebody says, please, not Mark Norman. Fuck, I actually liked him. Okay.
And all the comments are being mean to her, saying, yeah, right. You have
Oh, wow. Your life must suck. Here we go again. I heard from a friend. Seriously, fuck all the way off. Oof.
These guys.
See, this is why there's so many more stories we'd have here, guys, if people didn't comment this. See, there's so many girls are holding back so many stories. We'd have Me Too for like 3 more years every day if they weren't so scared away. Like anybody with a brain in their head is going, I'm not posting about that. Why would they want to bring all this trouble to them? So, yeah, if anything, don't you want to hear more? Or I guess these guys hate these stories. I don't know why they hate these stories, these guys. To me, anybody I know gets accused of sexual assault.
Because they
Give me the
probably
scoops.
all
Give me the
think
scoops.
that
Give me the
behavior is
scoops.
cool and normal, and they are worried it's going to happen to them.
Well, that's what I don't understand. Wouldn't you even, like, how big of a fan of Mark Norman can you be where you wouldn't want to know that story? Like, even as a big fan, wouldn't you be like, oh my God, I want to hear this? You know what I mean?
Don't forget, every guy up until 2020 thought the only way to sexually assault someone was like follow them home and brutally rape them in an alley. They didn't know all of these other disgusting things that they were doing.
Yeah. Well, I hope Mark is done with this type of behavior. Yeah. I hope he's done with this. No, actually, I hope this is continued. And any more rumors you have about Mark or anybody, frankly.
Now, did you